Now calling El Paso, Texas home to their third AI data center in the Lone Star State, boosting their investment in the West Texas facility to $10 billion. But locals have some concerns. Watch.
Everyone is getting different information. Everyone needs to hear the same thing at the same time because things get lost in translation. We need to fight and stop Meta from coming in.
Our city, our communities deserve better, especially as they're planning to build it in the Northeast, one of the most economically impacted communities that we have.
Joining me now, former White House Chief Information Officer and the CEO of the cybersecurity firm Fortalice Solutions, Theresa Payton. Theresa, great to have you. What is the sweet spot here? Because, look, we need these data centers all over our country to compete in the AI race against China. But if I lived in these communities, and this could be coming to a community near all of us, I'd be worried. So what is that sweet spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think the sweet spot is, this is going to be a bold infrastructure bet. Meta says that they have engineered something that they refer to as the closed loop liquid cooling system, which is supposed to help not put as much strain on the clean water, which the residents of New Mexico, Texas, and all these other places where data centers are being discussed, Colorado, North Carolina, so many states that data centers are being discussed in. So the thing that we have to reimagine around these data centers is that they don't make good neighbors. So they need to be built to be more aesthetically pleasing. They're noisy. They take a lot of electricity and a lot of fresh water. So as Meta makes concessions and has conversations with the residents here, you could see the residents want to hear what are the facts. They probably want to see things in writing. Meta needs to really help the community understand how they're going to be a good neighbor. And that's really going to be the key here for this big infrastructure bet, not just for Meta, not just for this project, but for all of the projects in the United States.
Yeah, look, they're promising jobs and they're promising all the stuff that you said, but I don't doubt the American people when they question those promises, because let's face it, social media companies have a history of saying things and that not necessarily turning out to be true. And I think that beautifully leads to our next topic. Meta now dealing with back-to-back court losses in New Mexico and Los Angeles as their chief legal officer tells Kayleigh McEnany what he wants Congress to do. Listen.
The thing that Congress could do, and we would urge them to do, is to require the App Store providers to share with us and share with others the age verification information that they have about the people who buy their phones and access the App Store. It's one of the big problems that we have in the industry. We don't know whether we ask people to self-certify their age, but we know the kids lie about that.
Okay, Theresa, what do you think? Is that a good start or is that a cop-out from Meta?
Yeah, they're on the right path here, but I got to tell you, the kids are not all right. And if it's not good for the kids, it's probably not good for us either, Todd. So a lot of the things that are in some of these lawsuits about the addictive properties, about the manipulation, about seeing images that people don't want to see, that really doesn't just apply to kids. It also applies to us adults as well. So I would say getting wrapped around the axle around age verification, that's only one component of what we're talking about here. The addictive qualities and properties and seeing things you shouldn't be seeing, the deep fake imposter accounts that are on social media. And they're not the only ones with this issue. So, I say good news that Meta is doing something about this. Right. But I think way more needs to be done, and it's not just on age verification.
Theresa Payton, thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.